Miata is always the answer. That's what the name basically stands for. It's this awesome little lightweight Japanese sports car. It's just a fun short wheelbase. You can turn it real tight, but you can also off-road it. I think if I just had it, oh, it does work. If you like live in the snow and you can like practice really low speed drifting, this is just like that. Like you can. I guess that's another quality that you can look for in Miata is, oh, you know, that 1.8 liter. It's good. It's good off road. I should be in like a class 10 truck doing the Baja, and yet I'm in a Miata. Like I'm going what, 40 miles an hour, and it's just an absolute blast. Something that is really neat about it being a Miata is the short wheelbase, the real twitchy steering makes it fun at really low speeds. So you're not having to go 100 miles an hour to enjoy this experience. And looking into it, you realize that there's like a group of people that do this. This has like been underground for me, and I'm a big Mazda guy. Like obviously all my cars are Mazdas, but people have been working a lot quieter than I have, doing almost cooler things than me. A person crazy enough to own and modify a vehicle like this is a person that I want to meet. Emme Hall is an automotive writer, an adventurer, and an off-road racer. She's funny and fearless and exactly the kind of person you'd expect to be owning matching NB Miatas. I guess my first question, why?
I mean, why not? First of all, I've always loved desert racing. In addition to being a big Miata person, I'm a big Volkswagen nerd. So I really love the Class 11s, which are just a stock bug, right? Stock bug, everything is stock, you know, beefed up a little bit suspension, but essentially stock.
Yeah.
This is a Japanese Class 11. It's lightweight, it's rear-wheel drive, it's reliable, which the Volkswagens are not, and they're cheap and easy to work on.
Yeah.
So this is Buddy. He's the love of my life, and he says hello to you.
Aw,
because
very warm
one
welcome.
of the first things I ever did was I put a chalkboard hood on him so I could like give messages and stuff.
Emote.
Yeah, because you know, like his job is to make people happy. And then he has a variety of mods.
So what things have you done to it?
Okay, first of all, I have to give credit to my friend Mark Noggle because he really helped me put a lot of this stuff on here. So the first thing that we started out with was we wanted to make sure that we put better undercarriage protection on it. I have this skid plate here, and it's a one-piece skid plate.
Nice.
That goes all the way back and covers up the engine. So this helps you slide over some things, but having it be a one piece.
And because this isn't like a Volkswagen, it does have a radiator.
Yeah, it does have a
destroy.
radiator. So we did that, and then coming over here, so these are gigantic 27-inch General tires. You might notice that they're chewed up a little bit.
On the sides, yeah.
That's because these tires have gone from the back to the front quite a few times, and it rubs in the back. I've done more cutting, and it rubs less. And then we have dust lights, because you need to have dust lights in this car.
What is a dust light? I don't know
This is just so that people that are behind you can see you better. I mean, it's not fast, right? It's the stock 1.8, which when it was new was like, what, 140 something horsepower?
It's doing its best.
Yeah, so I mean, this car is 20 years old. Like I haven't had it dynoed, but I'm pretty sure it's not putting out the same horsepower. And then I put 538 gears in the rear.
Oh, because it's very short, so it's...
Yeah, super short.
The kid in me has to ask you, and I'm not going to do this, but have you gotten air in it?
Oh, all the time. All the time. In fact, I found a new crack the other day, and I was like, oh, God. Are we going to be able to do this shoot? Yeah.
All jokes aside, I've known that like, Miatas are just a great general vehicle to start with and modify and all that, but this isn't the only Miata you have.
So I had a 2001 NB, and then that one got totaled, but then I was able to find this one. So this is a 2004 Mazdaspeed Miata. So Mazda made the Mazdaspeed for 2 years with a factory turbo. Pushes out 7 pounds of boost.
Beautiful.
I know,
beautiful.
Don't be jealous of all the boost that's on here. And this thing is pretty stock, except for I upgraded the brakes a little bit. I put in steel lines, Pilot Super Sport tires, and then I put a roll bar in it.
For me, when I think of modifying this car, I think of under there.
Right, exactly. Like people will like stuff a V8 under there, or they supercharge it, they turbocharge it. There's like cold air intakes and like all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah. So you tuned it in a different way. You've got choices. You got both a tuned vehicle and a more stock. You appreciate both.
Listen, every time I take either one of these cars out and I park it, I walk 20 feet away and I turn around and smile.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that is true love. Right
That's
there,
when you know you got the right car.
Yeah.
So I got to drive Buddy, and I was very respectful because it's not my car.
You're so nice.
But I want to experience it the way you experience it. Could you take me for a drive?
Yeah, of course. Get in the right seat. Let's go.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't driving it like this.
Well, what's great is right here is pretty smooth.
Yeah.
So you can really get, I mean, we're probably at like 45, 50 miles an hour. But then you start getting into these whoops. And then because I don't have the travel and those tires rub so bad, so I definitely have to slow down right there.
So would you consider this entry level sort of off-roading?
No, not so much, only because you do have to, like I had to build this. Like an entry level thing would be like, just go get yourself a Rubicon or go get yourself a Raptor. And then you can exploit the capabilities of that vehicle and learn about it and then figure out, do I want long travel? Do I want to, okay, here we go. This is just like, get through it.
Yes.
Just get through this part, yeah? Whoop, whoop. Okay, let's get off this road. Okay, so Buddy obviously can't rock crawl, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's not gonna happen. And this would not pose any problem for a Jeep. But it's a little much for Buddy.
Oh,
so, let's
I believe
see.
in Buddy.
I believe in Buddy.
I cannot believe I'm in a Miata doing this.
Right? And then let me put a wheel up on that so we don't hit anything. And then boom, we're up at the top of this hill. Look at how beautiful that is. Isn't that crazy? And that's why I love it, is because like Buddy's so lightweight, you can get away with a lot of stuff where like, in a truck you would need four-wheel drive, but for this I don't. You know what we can do out here?
What's
right
that?
here where it's kind of smooth. Wait, where are we? Come on, go.
I taste chalk.
Sorry, we're getting dirty.
Like such a stress relief.
Right? You're just like, it doesn't matter what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
You can just go out for a drive and it's so much fun. Did I tell you it was the best thing ever?
Oh. What you pointed out was the fact that this is probably one of the cheapest ways to get your teeth whiter because the rest of you is covered in dirt.
Dirty. You're so dirty.
For me, this shows me that all car enthusiasts aren't the same, but yet they all have the same passion. You can express it so differently, even with the same car.
Like you can have your street Miata, and then you can have your off-road Miata.
It's amazing. It is amazing.